Hi everybody, this is Mark of Marks Mandalas, and I am going to try to keep this video short and concise as I show you how to mount Hex Hive 2.0 up on the wall. And as you see, I'm going to be using pretty much everything you see here. I'm going to try to break this down into steps, and let's go ahead and call step 1, have your assembled Hex Hive 2.0 storage organizer ready to mount on the wall. Here you see I have a 40-piece set assembled in a kind of a pyramid shape. You can design yours at any shape that you want to, but this is what I'm going to be using, and I have it where I want to mount it, and I want it a little ways off of my workspace, so I'm just going to elevate it a little bit. And as I have lighting and a phone in front of me that I'm recording this video with, it's difficult for me to hold this in place at the same time, and it just so happens I want this about the same height as the box that I got my Hex Hive 2.0 in. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up against the wall, and I'm going to set this right there, and that's going to work good for me for this for where I want it. And this is also a helpful thing to have, a level. I'm going to make sure this should be level since the box and the table is level. Let's see. There we go. That's within the lines. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to mark where I'm going to be drilling the pilot holes for this, and I'm going to mark it with this one of the mounting screws. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to dip it in some red craft paint. I put a little bit in this palette, just a drop, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, I think, this hole and this hole. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dip this in there, and I'm going to put this through the wall mount, and I'm going to push a little bit, and then I'm going to do it again. You want to make sure that you don't move your organizer when you're doing this, because you want both these holes to line up. And so I've marked both of those, and then in theory there should be a red dot behind here, and there is a red dot right there and another one right there, and that is going to be where I'm going to go ahead and drill my pilot hole to see if there's a stud there, and if there's not, I'm going to drill a second time in the same spot with a little bit larger drill bit, and I'm going to put in one of these wall anchors. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to use, I have a 7/64 drill bit, and I'm just going to go ahead, make sure I'm going the right way, and let me go ahead and now I've drilled that out, and let me go ahead and drill here. And I am not seeing any. Generally, if there's a stud there, you're going to have some sawdust versus just some material from the sheetrock in there, and I didn't see any come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the 7/64 size drill bit. Yeah, you need the 1/4 inch size drill bit to drill a secondary hole. Now you can also use a stud finder ahead of time too, and if that's the case, you can start off right away with the appropriate size drill bit for the location. Okay, and this is making a little bit of a mess, so you want to be sure that your space is appropriately ready for a little bit of debris to be coming out of the holes that you drill. And now that I have those done, I'm going to go ahead and move this box out of the way. And I'm going to be using 4.5-inch screws with a T25 star head on there, and this is the T25 star bit head. Let's see, let's go ahead and put that right in here. And I'm going to go ahead and I hope this is going to, I might have to make another video later on with a better production, but I wanted to get something up as quickly as possible so that you have a reference on mounting Hex Hive 2.0 to the wall if that's where you want to display it. Now actually, I got ahead of myself. I need to make sure I put in the wall mounts into both of those holes. That's these little things here. There we go. And now, there was the first one. And you don't want to over tighten these because you could end up damaging the Hex Hive if you go too tight on there. But you can see this is not moving anywhere, and it is mounted on the wall. And I'm going to go ahead, for the fun of it, I'm going to grab some bottles of paint and throw them in there so you can get a look at what this looks like after you put some craft paint, or if you're in a salon, you can put some hair color in there, or if you're a tattoo artist, you can also use it for tattooing. So in this example, I'm going to use some craft paint, so hang on one moment. Okay everybody, I am back, and I went and grabbed a drawer full of paint that I have. You can see this is a drawer out of a nightstand. It's also a great place you can use Hex Hive 2.0. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and stand this up. This also demonstrates the versatility of Hex Hive 2.0, that you can use it up against the wall, on your workstation, in a drawer, upright or down flat. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer these bottles of paint over to the wall mounted version. I also have some shorter ones that are a little bit hard to get at sometimes. I'm going to go ahead and put these up along the outer area up over here, which will make them much easier to access. As you can see right here, the outer area will accommodate a little bit wider variety of sizes, diameter and length of paint. So now that I got those up there, I'm going to go ahead and continue putting the rest of these in the wall mounted Hex Hive 2.0, and I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch me do this in real time. Sorry I had to go ahead and give it that thumbs up, because I think it's very exciting to have a storage organizer that finally will meet the needs of so many different artists out there that have a different place that they want to do their creations. This can work in large areas, small areas, against the wall, on your workstation, in a drawer, in a tub. You can make it to where it's portable, or where it's going to be stationary and it's going to be your main area. You can have smaller ones that you take with you and have your main home base if you want. Once this is full, you can see this is pretty much full here. You can add to it. You can put more Hex Hive pieces on here to expand it and make it a different size or shape. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've tried to keep it short. I don't know how good of a job I've done on that. If I feel like I can do a more efficient job demonstrating how to mount Hex Hive 2.0 on the wall, I will reshoot a video, but I wanted to get something up for you to be able to visually see how it's done. And please don't hesitate in asking any questions about this process, and I will do my very best to help you. This is Mark from Mark's Mandalas. Until next time, rock on.